Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back yet again. We are here with the 14th installment of the First Ninja Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Michael O'Brien, here with my fantastic and dashingly handsome co-host, Mr.
Oh, my God, bro. I'm blushing to the max right now. I can't even believe that introduction. Thank you. My name's Aiden Florsher. We're here at episode 14 of the First Ninja Sports Podcast, where we give you realistic but extremely out-of-control takes.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
It's a great time. We're here, episode 14. We're going to do a Week 6 NFL Pick'em. We've been doing Pick'em episodes every week of the NFL season so far. Been a fun time.
Oh, it's one of my favorite episodes.
It's great. I love going through the games. I feel like it really gives me a feel of the whole league when we talk about every game, too, more so than when I'm not, looking at every game specifically.
No, yeah, I've really never done a deep dive on the NFL, game by game like this, like before we've done this podcast. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
I haven't looked at every single game, looked at numbers for every single game. It's awesome.
Yeah, I follow the league heavy, but now that you're looking at every single game, and you follow every game when you pick every game too, like this. So I'm I pay more attention. I'm the Falcons 4-0 against the spread.
It's the mitzvah play. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, you're more involved when we're on the internet talking to people. I like this one. That's beyond the point. Let's get into the games. Week 6. Week 5 was a fun one. It was a good week in the NFL, I'd say. I went 11-5 last week. Pretty good. Pretty fun.
Pretty great. Pretty usual.
Yeah, I
Nothing
have a good.
crazy.
I have 49-29-2 so far in the year for me. I'm feeling hot. I've been rolling the. I only had one losing week, and it was 6-8-2. So I'm not going to be too.
It's not a bad
that.
week.
Sorry.
Could have easily. 2 pushes are kind of 2 wins in betting. You know what I'm saying?
Better than a loss. Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Didn't lose any
For
money.
sure.
I went 7-9 this week, which if you've been
It's not
keeping
bad.
up with the
We're there.
podcast, that's a huge improvement.
You had a couple
5-11.
tough. You had a couple really tough weeks in a row there.
I wasn't seeing the board too.
You had a couple 2018 Giants weeks in there, 4-12. It's all right.
Listen, it's
now we're
happen.
back on track. You hired Dable now. We're getting back on track. We're building a culture here on the
And might I
First Ninja
say,
Sports Podcast.
the mitzvah play is 1-0. So
the mitzvah play is
going for
1-0. That's all that matters. Exactly. If you're
Dallas
listening to the mitzvah
plus
play, if you're listening to the
5.5.
mitzvah play, you're up. So that's all that
Which
matters.
I said 10 times the unit on the mitzvah play.
10 times. So you'd be
No,
up
not
a
really.
lot.
I'm kidding.
No. Let's get into the games. Let's get right into it. Thursday Night Football. Commies versus Chicago Bears. This might be the worst Thursday night game they've ever put on the schedule in all reality. Do you disagree with me on that?
No, I don't
think
disagree with you at all. If I didn't love football and had an actual addiction to it, I probably wouldn't watch it. You know what I'm saying?
If I wasn't
really have
chemically
no
addicted
interest.
to watching football, I wouldn't give a shit. But I
don't care.
I'm going to watch the pregame show for this probably, like a loser.
You're going to be watching NFL what's it called, Thursday night, 6 hours before. You're going to the pre. You're going to be oh my God.
I'm going to watch Tony
Carson
Gonzalez
Wentz,
have CTE on live television. Yeah, I'm going to watch the players walk into the stadium.
You're going to tweet, oh my God, that's Sue. That's Chris.
Yeah. Jonathan Allen, drippy. Let's get on to this game.
Yeah.
We're both on the same side here. Sadly, we pick this team every week. Then vow we're never going to pick them again, and then pick them again. Commies. This game's
6 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I've texted OB saying, I hate the Commanders. I am never betting them again, or picking them on the show. Here I am, an absolute sucker. I'm taking the Commies this week, baby. Carson Wentz is going to have no
game.
No doubt, bro.
No doubt.
Dude, Commanders have dominated this rivalry in recent history, winning 7 of the last 8 meetings. That's a trend that I'm willing to put my balls on. So,
yeah. I also just think the Commanders actually have kind of an offense, and the Bears don't really. So, I just think the Commanders are probably the better team here. It's a pick 'em. I'll take the Commanders there.
Yeah,
I hate it.
We're
though.
not gonna.
I really.
We're,
I'm never would never lay $1 on this in real life.
we're not going to give
game
you
is so
stats
bad.
to bet Carson Wentz because that'd just be wasting ours and your time. I
Yeah.
totally am with you if you're like, these guys are betting
The commies?
They know
We're gonna
nothing.
redistribute. We're gonna redistribute some wealth across our podcast listeners.
We've said this 5 weeks in a row. Communism is out. It's capitalism's time.
I've been taking the Commanders and saying we're gonna redistribute a little wealth. All we've been doing is redistributing our wealth to sports books. So
Vegas.
yeah. So commies again. This will be the one. If they lose, never again. If they
But I totally respect you turning off this podcast right now for that pick.
yeah, you shouldn't. No, please don't. Please don't. Please keep listening.
You know what? I'm joking.
Yeah. Next game, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Jaguars going into Indy, playing the Colts. Colts are 1.5-point favorites at home. What's your pick here?
I'm taking the Jags here. I think the Jags are still a playoff team. I think they've had a little bit of bumps in the road along the way, as any young quarterback would. This is the battle of the AFC South right here. Like, this is going to be super important for future standings of this game. So,
Yeah, this game is huge. Because
I
every
don't
team in
know,
this
man.
division is kind of a shit show right now.
yeah, so
All
the
these games are going to be
tiebreakers, right,
gigantic.
are huge.
Yeah, all these division games are going to be gigantic in this division. For
So
sure.
I don't really even know who's like. My best guess is the Jaguars because they're 4-2 straight up in their last games against Indianapolis. You know me, I like trends like that. For a game this close,
And
that's
those are some
divisional,
Jaguars teams that are worse than the one that they're fielding right now.
no doubt. And I think
Sure.
these might be worse Colts teams, right?
I would think so. Yeah, I would lean towards that too.
Like besides Jonathan Taylor being like good, but who knows what
Yeah,
he's gonna
fully
look like
breaking
after
out.
that injury. You know what I'm saying? So
Is he expected to play this week? Is that what they're saying?
I believe so. I'm
Okay.
I'm taking this pick with him playing anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, same. I'm on the Jaguars also. We mentioned this trend on the last Pick'em episode. Underdogs that missed the playoffs last year, they were 7-5 against the spread last week. Overall in the year, they're 35-19 against the spread.
Oh, they went bananas last week.
7-5's all right, but they were 28-14 going into last
Dude,
week. 7-5
I
is
feel
still
like
above 500.
For an
Underdogs
underdog,
that missed the
that's huge.
playoffs last year. So that's a trend that's carrying through 5 weeks this year. 35-19 is a very good clip. And even outside of that, we know the Jaguars play well against the Colts, like you mentioned. They've beat them in Jacksonville like I think 7 or 8 straight years or something like that. So
Yep.
even though this is an Indy, this is one of the better Jags teams that we've seen the last couple of years. I'll take them with 1.5 points. I think they win this game outright, honestly.
Yeah, me too. I don't believe in the Colts that hard this year.
I
they're
really
very
don't.
boring. And I think that the only thing that I like from the Colts this year that I've seen is Alec Pierce. I think he's a great number 2 receiver. He's going to thrive
Yeah, I
for the
like
rest
him.
of the season.
I fully agree with you. He's a dog. He's a freak of nature, bro. He's like 6'4", 230, 225, something. He ran like a 4.4. Big boy with
Yeah,
speed. He's going to be really good. He's super raw. He has a high ceiling.
Keep an eye out for him in the upcoming seasons, and even this year, I think he can make an impact on that team.
8 catches last week, so that's already a pretty big impact in that game. Let's hit the next game on the 1 p.m. slate.
Yeah.
Lead the
Jets
off.
at Packers. Packers are 7.5 favorites somehow. I don't even know. I'll let you. Who did you take?
Jets. Jets. I've been taking the Jets on the show a good amount. They've been covering, so I'm going to ride it. I don't know how the Packers are 7.5-point favorites to anyone the way they've been playing this year. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. I think they're the most overrated team in the NFL. Don't listen to any of the. Don't listen to Vegas here. Don't listen to the media. Don't let them fool you into thinking the Packers are going to go anywhere this year.
Rodgers isn't even good. Like, he's not even good anymore. He's not good.
Yeah.
It's not that he doesn't have receivers. He misses a lot of throws.
He's been struggling. I think he's in his own head. I would take any team in the NFL against the Packers with like 7.5 points, honestly. Let alone the Jets, who have been playing kind of well the last couple of weeks. Wilson's 2-0 since he's been starting. Breece Hall looks like a monster. Don't know if they win this game. I'll easily take him with the points, though. Road Dogs this year, 28-18 against the spread also. 61% clip.
It's another trend
Give me
back
the
in
Jets
the Road
here.
Dogs.
dogs in general have been performing very well this year as a whole, no matter how you slice it, honestly. So
You might as well just take the dogs against the spread, not money line though. Money line, I think they're losing.
Yeah, well, that should be the case, though. That's a thing. Because they're underdogs for a reason. Who are you on here? You on the Jets also, or you taking the pack?
I'm on the Jets. I don't have much to bring in other than what you've said because I think you've hit all the key points. Jets are exciting. I think they're a more exciting team than the Packers at this point. I'll take 7 points with the more explosive offensive team. Everyone
I don't know if they're
good
going to
on
win
Sunday.
Yeah, they did look very good on Sunday.
Everyone looked good on Sunday besides, like, Zach Wilson didn't look phenomenal. And if he plays a great game...
terrible, though.
No, he didn't look terrible. But I was saying, like, Brees...
is a stud.
Carter looked all right. Their receivers are awesome. I just don't know how much... I feel like they're going to have to move on from Zach Wilson if they want to be contenders,
really
in my
good.
opinion.
Yeah, well, they're obviously going to let him play this year, see what happens.
Yeah.
They have pieces there to actually evaluate him, though, so they'll know, I feel like. So we'll see. They're an interesting team to follow, man. I think they'll be an interesting team the rest of the year. Now on to the most important game of the 1 p.m. slate, if you couldn't tell by what we're wearing right now.
Little G-Man action, 4-1. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah, baby. Let's get it. Giants playing the Ravens at home. Ravens are 5.5-point favorites here on the road. You know who we're taking.
We're taking the Giants. Stats
obviously.
needed.
No stats needed here. I think the Giants are just continuing to get disrespected, man. It is annoying, but I really don't care because I like it when the Giants are underdogs anyway.
We've been capitalizing.
4-1. Good. It's a good thing. Coaching is going to carry us this year. We said there's no numbers needed, but I do have one number that is interesting here with the Giants. Danny Dimes in his career as an underdog is 20-13 against the spread. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
7 games over.
Yeah.
I'll
probably
take that.
that's like probably a little bit. That's probably like a 59% clip. Rough math off the top of my head. That's pretty good. That's a trend. That's a thing. The Giants have been decent at covering. They're good this year. The Ravens have been in close games all year. Take the Giants 5.5. I don't know if they win this game. The Ravens are definitely the better team. But 5.5 points
if you think
all
about
day.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Ravens have been choking a lot of close games, and the Giants have been winning a lot of close games.
Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are definitely the better team personnel-wise, but I think the Giants with 5.5 points here is a no-brainer, man.
Yeah, I don't know about money line,
No-brainer.
but points, I'd take that all day.
Nah, money line. Take the money line, too, because they're going to win this game.
I hope so. I'd be fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, I saw Wandale and Leonard Williams were practicing today, which is a good sign. They weren't practicing this early last week. So hopefully that's a thing.
We need Leonard
We need
Williams
Wandale.
back.
We
And
need Wandale.
Wandale would be sick. But Leonard Williams is awesome.
Yeah, he's the best. Let's hit the next game. Lead it off.
Bengals, 1.5 favorites, traveling to the Big Easy, facing the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints here. Like, the Bengals don't excite me at all, man. They shouldn't be
they look
favored
pretty
against the
anemic
Saints team.
in a couple games. I mean, I get why they're favored.
I think personnel-wise, yeah, but, like, the way that they've been playing this year has been pitiful. Bengals have been letting Burrow get annihilated in the backfield.
Yeah,
It's
and
horrible.
he's been running into sacks on his own too. It's not like the line's been great, but like he hasn't been on the top of his game either. Especially with no Higgins there, that's huge. I got another trend. You know me, I'm Mikey Trends, Mikey Numbers.
You like the trend?
I like to do a little trending. We do a little trending. Since 2020, short home dogs 0 to 2 points. Since 2020, 17, 13, and 1 against the spread. Saints fit into that right here. I think this is a rat line from Vegas. They want you to bet the Bengals. It's 1-point favorites, 1.5-point favorites. They want you to take their money line at almost close to even. Don't fall into that.
They want you to tease
Take
it
the
to plus
Saints.
2.5.
They want,
That's
yeah,
what
they want you
to do.
Exactly.
Or 3.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, so don't do that. Take the Saints here. I think they're a better team than people give them credit for. They have a good defense. They'll be able to run the ball, especially with Kamara healthy now. I think they're just going to try and slow the game down, and I think this is going to be a good game. I think the Saints win this game outright, honestly. Even without Jameis Winston. They're 2-0. No, they lost that Vikings game. My mistake. But they've looked better with Dalton, honestly. Yeah.
No, I mean he's definitely. definitely
as a
like,
whole
just,
offensively. Yeah, they've
he
looked a
doesn't
lot
make
better.
as many stupid plays, and he's not playing hero ball. So that's exactly what's
Yeah,
happening.
I love me some Jameis Winston, but their offense as a whole has functioned so much better without him playing and Dalton there.
I'm also just a very big Jameis fan. I just hope he could.
I love
succeed
Jameis.
sometime,
I do too. I love Jameis. I'm rooting for
He's
him.
so
but
cool.
It's just the reality of the situation there. Saints there, easy. Let's hit the next game. Bucks going on the road to Pittsburgh. They're going into Heinz Field to play the Yinzers. 8.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Steelers here as much as this pains me to do. I hate the Steelers. This is really more of a. I don't think the Bucks can cover 8.5 against anyone right now. The way they've been playing doesn't really seem like it. I mean, they could just shut out the Steelers. That's really, but I like the Steelers here, man. I'm just taking the points. This is really just a Bucks fade more so than anything.
Okay.
I don't say that with any confidence, though. I'll say that much.
I'm gonna do a Bucks fade, bro. I'm taking the Bucks. You know why, bro?
You're fading what you think. Yeah,
I've been on.
You're fading yourself.
Listen, I've been on the Steelers all year.
Yeah, and they've been fucking you sideways up the butt.
Like, it's like they don't even realize that I used to be a fan of the Steelers. It's like the fandom doesn't run deep enough
No, it doesn't.
for them to care.
You used to be a Steelers fan?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Well, you were a little bandwagon Steelers fan? You were waving a towel?
No, my dad was a Steelers fan
Okay, that's reasonable.
for a while.
then you-
Yeah,
Okay, why did you change?
but then
Big Ben.
Why'd I?
No, is your dad not a Steelers fan anymore?
Well, but then he just became a Giant fan from just living in New York for a while.
It's reasonable. I respect
But
that.
I became a Giant fan when I came
You became your own man. You were like, I like the Giants.
no, maybe I would say in maybe 7th grade.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked the Giants. If I wasn't a Giants fan, my family would have outcasted me probably.
No, you know what the thing was? I was always a little stickler. The Rangers were in the playoffs. Me and Lewis, one of my best friends, they were playing the Bruins.
Shout out Lewis. We love you, Lewis.
Yeah, shout out Lou. We went around school posting Bruins. I used to just go against the grain as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
You were just a little prick.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I
But,
was the same way. I still am the same way.
Steelers are just to this day my second favorite franchise. So
Yeah, but they suck. Even though I'm taking them this week. I think that's an interesting game, though, man. The Bucks have looked really rough, man. I think that could be a trap game for them.
yeah, it could easily be a trap. But the Bucks, man, they have to turn it around at some point if they're ever going to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? And the Steelers.
I want to see a convincing win from them. They haven't looked convincing at all to me, even though they've still been winning.
No, but I think that if the Steelers win here, that'd be cool. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Bucks.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
take the
really
8.5 points. I just don't think. I think the Bucks win, but I think the 8.5 gets covered.
But after
I'll say
last
that.
week's performance from the Steelers, I can't take them with any confidence.
Yeah, no. Let's hit the next
saying
game.
money line.
Yeah, money line sprinkles. Let's move on past the Steelers and their terrible team, and on to the next game. 49ers going into Hotlanta. Migos Dirty Fanta playing the Falcons. 5.5-point favorites on the road. I mean, you know who I'm taking. I'm taking the Falcons. 5-0 against the spread. I'm riding this train till the fucking wheels fall off.
You're the conductor of that train, yo. You're taking off from that station at 300 miles an hour going.
I'm the conductor of the Falcons and the Dolphins train.
Yes.
For sure.
And I'm the conductor of the Steelers train. We crashed about 10 times.
You went off the rails in week 2.
Our conductor died.
Yeah. Once TJ Watt got hurt, you went off the rails. It got ugly quick.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to ride the Falcons until the wheels fucking fall off. 5-0 against the spread. This line opened at 6.5, and it went down to 5.5, even with like 70% of the tickets on the Niners. That's movement you like to see on the Falcons. So I'm going to trust that and trust the Falcons having covered every game this year so far, and going to take them to cover again.
I'm going to disagree with you again, buddy. This is probably terrible for me.
Biggest mistake you've ever made. I think the Falcons, this might be my favorite underdog money line of the week. I just sense a Jimmy G stinker. I'm not going to lie to you.
We need to do a Halloween episode, and you need to dress up as the angel, and I need to dress up as the devil and give out picks.
No, I'll come dressed up as Arthur Smith. Falcon, we haven't lost yet against the spread. We're the best team ever. Why are you taking the Niners?
I'm taking the 90s here. You know how much I love my trends.
We all love trends. Hit me with your trend. We all got trends all around for both sides. What's your trend?
San Francisco 49ers are 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games against Atlanta. I know this usually doesn't convert to against the spread, but I see them absolutely blowing the doors off the Falcons for one reason only. The Falcons' defense is not good.
No, it's not. But is Jimmy G good?
That doesn't matter, though. I just think that
does.
Jeff Wilson, Debo, Ayuk, I think he's good enough. That's the thing. You just got to get him the ball. Like,
you just can't let Jimmy G.
Yeah,
you can't let him throw it more than 15 times. That's the goal, for sure. I see that. I mean, the Falcons are due to not cover eventually, but I'm just going to ride it till the wheels fall off and then probably continue to take them after that. So, yeah.
You're the conductor, bro.
I am.
You got to be a train conductor for Halloween.
For Halloween? I thought you meant like in reality. I'm like, I'd rather lay down on train tracks. No.
Whoa! You're offending all the train conductors out there.
I'm sorry. Train conductors are good people. I'm not.
The MTA listens to our podcast on their daily routes. I'm not helping trying the millions.
You're right. I'm not trying to besmirch train conductors. I just don't think that's a profession that would fit me. I don't think I would enjoy that at all. I'd be miserable.
You'll have the train conductors union with pitchforks and knives outside our studio.
Yeah. Or if I was a train conductor, I'd just lead the train conductor union. I'd be like, we should be allowed to drink whiskey while we're driving.
We're not turning. We just press a button.
Why can't we go off the tracks?
You tell me I can't sleep on the way to Penn Station?
Why can't I fall asleep at the wheel? I'm tired. I didn't get a coffee this morning.
It's like, no, Alan,
Billy
that's
Dean's
against the law.
5 in the morning. Let's move on to the next game. New England Patriots going into Cleveland, playing the Browns. Browns are favored by 2.5 here at home. We're both on the same side on this one. New England.
Yeah,
this is a coin flip. Here. This is a coin flip, though. I feel like, honestly,
I think it depends on how well the Patriots could hold up the Browns D, right?
Yeah, you got to stop Chubb. It depends on if they can stop the run game. If you can make Brissett beat you, if you're putting the Browns in a situation
Brissett,
where
try to be
throw 30 times,
he's gonna do something retarded.
Yeah, if you let him throw 30 times, it's not going to go great. So that's what the Patriots need to do. But I just think this is a game that the Patriots could just win in Patriots fashion, just running the ball until the defense throws up.
And in the last 3 contests, the Browns are 1-2 against the spread, and 1-2 overall.
They haven't looked good the last couple. They lost to the Falcons, so they haven't looked too hot the last couple weeks.
But who I'm saying, this is like the Patriots and Browns matchups I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I don't. Patriot. I would take the Patriots here. I just think.
I think they're the Browns are the Browns.
Yeah, I declared the Patriots dead on a very early episode of this podcast, and I think that might be a rough take, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna.
You're not alone.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go They could probably sneak into a wild card just because of Belichick. You know what I mean?
They also beat some pretty shitty teams, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's a terrible take, but I am kind of scared that may backfire on me because Belichick is just so good at his job. And
you're he's out of the league. The league's gone past him. He's drawing up the greatest defensive scheme of all time.
He just shut out the highest scoring offense in the NFL. Now I look like an idiot. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Pats.
He
there.
did that to spite you, bro. I'm not even kidding.
He listened to an episode. He listened to that episode, and he was like, "Yo, this
It's demon
kid."
time.
Yeah, he's like, "This kid's a fucking idiot. He has no idea what he's talking about. I'm gonna scheme up some monstrous defenses."
What do you think? Like, if an NFL player like heard our like podcast, they would.
I think we'd have a couple fans.
You think?
I think we'd have to have like a sample group of like 100, because I think it would be like a pretty good amount that are like, fuck these kids, but I think there would be a fair amount that are like, all right, these kids are pretty funny, and Mikey Sharps is good at handicapping.
Maybe Breece Hall, because he's my age. He's younger than me. He's younger than both of us.
I know that's crazy that there's kids in the NFL that are younger than us.
And we're just sitting there on Sunday like this.
yeah. I'm in front of the TV watching them make millions of dollars. I have $10 on their yards over. I'm like, you stink.
And they're just like, shut up. I'm making millions of dollars. I do not care.
Exactly.
Last game of the 1 p.m.
slate. Yeah, last game of the 1 p.m. slate.
The Minnesota Vikings, minus 3.5-point favorites, visiting the Miami Dolphins. It's getting sunny in Miami, you know. I think the Vikings are a little... They're used to that cold weather. The sun. You know, they're like snowmen. Once the sun hits them, they melt.
They play in a dome, though, so they don't give a fuck. But playing in Miami is tough.
Throw that out the window.
They play it. I'm pretty sure they play in a dome.
Yeah, gut tells me I take the Vikings, so I'm going Dolphins here. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think this is a rat line. I mean, it was announced that the Dolphins are starting Skylar Thompson today. They're on that's a third-string quarterback, and this line still stayed at 3.5 in favor of the Vikings, with the public just smashing Vikings. The Vikings are 1-4 against the spread this year. I don't think Vegas would put this game at only 3.5 if they didn't have any confidence in it, especially with a third-string quarterback playing for the Dolphins. So take the Dolphins here. The Vikings are good. They win, but they haven't covered. So I think that trend is probably going to continue. They'll probably win this game by exactly 3. They'll probably pull this game out of their ass by 3 points.
I think they might even win this game.
You think Skylar Thompson beats the Vikings? That would be sick.
Miami? Let me hit you with a little Aiden classic trend. Miami has won 8 straight at home, covering 7 of those, including each of its last 4 as an underdog.
That's crazy, actually.
That's
a crazy statistic.
If the Dolphins run all over the Vikings,
the Finnies.
Come on. Chase Edmonds, I traded for you in fantasy.
And he gets 6 snaps a game, or he Mostert's the better running back.
He got demoted to running back 3 last weekend.
Yeah, he's not.
Chase Edmonds. I'm talking.
He hasn't been doing great. But yeah, I like the Dolphins there. I think that line really tells you all you need to know about that one.
It's too weird.
Yeah, it's so weird. Dolphins are on the fucking 6th-round quarterback, and they're only.
I don't think I would take this like with money though. Just on the show. I kind of like the
Dolphins. I probably would. Yeah, no. That's just fading Vegas, telling you to bet the other side. You're taking what Vegas wants when you're taking the Dolphins there.
You think
you're on
Dolphins
the side of Vegas.
Is going to be a Vegas need?
Yeah, 100%.
The Vikings need to get Chase Edmonds more involved.
The Vikings are 4-1, but they're 1-4 against the spread. So everyone's going to say, "Oh, Vikings are 4-1, and it's Skylar Thompson playing," and everyone's going to take the Vikings. I think the Dolphins win this game outright.
Yeah, I could easily see that.
Yeah,
no doubt.
They still have a defense in Hill and Waddle. Like, here's what Skylar Thompson has to do: 3-yard bubble screen. Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill out of the backfield.
Yeah, Waddle out of the backfield. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you just got to get the ball in those guys' hands. You don't have to do anything. So I'll take the Dolphins.
Coach, you love him too.
Mikey McD. Yeah, he's a genius.
He's a great guy.
I'm telling you, he's so good at his job. He's so good at coaching.
He's greater than Vince Lombardi.
While we're doing the Trump impression, did you see Trump call? He's like, I called Robert Saleh. I told him he was better than Vince Lombardi. I was like, Vince Lombardi never came back from 14 with 2 minutes left. So it's like,
Vince Lombardi also won the first Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's Oh my god, I can't believe that guy ran the country. That's hysterical.
That's got to be the funniest thing he's ever said, in my opinion.
He said some crazy thing.
You are greater than Vince Lombardi.
I don't know if that's the funniest thing that guy's ever said.
That's like one of my favorite things.
That guy went on stage when COVID was happening. He's like, my press conferences, they get such good ratings. It's like, what? It's like, I remember hearing that. I couldn't help but laugh. I was like, is this guy out of his? I mean, yeah, clearly out of his fucking mind.
Let's just not get too political. I don't want to sway the right or the left here.
No, I'm not even trying to get political. I'm just saying Donald Trump would say wild shit.
Oh yeah, I know, but YouTube might blacklist us for saying his name.
Yeah, true. I do not want to get demonetized for doing Trump impressions. But let's get to the 4 o'clock games. Panthers going to the Rams. Panthers are 10.5-point dogs on the road here. I mean, this might be the easiest pick of the week to me. Rams are going to win this game by 20+. PJ Walker sucks. If you're on a team where the other 2 quarterbacks are Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, and you're the 3, you're fucking horrible. Let's just get that out of the way. Let's just say that the way it is. Here are PJ Walker's career numbers. Let's see how many games did he actually. 10 games. 57% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and a 54.5 passer rating. And when he's run the ball,
why is that low-key better than Baker? Like, I'm not even kidding.
It's not. 2 touchdowns, 8 interceptions is like Jamarcus Russell. That's horrible. That's so bad. That's so bad.
You, man.
No, he stinks. And
You're
then
not
when he's run the ball,
my pick, then.
When he's run the ball, 12 carries for 11 yards. They're going to get smoked. They're going to get absolutely smoked. They're going to lose. I think this is like a Bills Steelers game last week where the Panthers just get absolutely shellacked out of the fucking building, lose by 30. There's no way they stand a chance. I'm serious. Who's their backup now? No. Let's see Panthers depth chart. Who's their backup now that...
And the funniest thing is, people, this is a lot like last week. Sprinkle the money line. Take Panthers. I'm taking Panthers. Spread you. Like an absolute idiot.
All right. I just
want to take a pick. I want to take a pick one week that makes Opie go, oh, and it just hits so bad.
I'm just trying to save you. I'm trying to be a good friend. I'm trying to help you out here.
Listen,
don't take the
I gotta go my own way.
I don't even think the Panthers have a backup quarterback on their roster right now.
I don't care, bro. It's PJ Walker.
What happens if Bobby Wagner just crushes him and they're like, okay, we're putting our punter in? Christian McCaffrey, quarterback.
Trade value.
That game's going to be a blowout. That game's going to be ugly. Let's hit the next game, the 4 o'clock slate. Cardinals going into Seattle as 2.5-point favorites. Geno. Seattle, Geno Smith's plus 2.5. This guy's been playing out of his mind. He's playing better than Russell Wilson maybe ever did in Seattle. That's a stretch, but it's close. He's playing very well.
Until he wins a Super Bowl, hold up on that take. But
I mean, I could have been the quarterback of the Legion of Boom, and we would have won a playoff game.
No, I know, but I'm just saying you can't say that. Come on, Geno's looking excellent, extraordinary.
Okay, let me clarify that statement. Geno looks better than Russell has ever looked in his last 3-4 years.
I thought you were about to double down on it.
Nah.
I thought you were about to be like, never mind.
No, I'm saying Russell's last 3-4 years in Seattle, did he ever play this good over like a 5-6 game stretch? Yeah, no. Exactly. So, I mean, Cliff Kingsbury's a fucking doof. Cardinals never get off the good starts. This is a tough road environment. I think the Seahawks with a field goal here is a good bet. Their offense has been really fucking good. The Cardinals' defense isn't great. I also think this game goes way over the total. Both these defenses are gross. 2 good offenses, too. But I like the Seahawks here at home as dogs.
I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm doing an OB fatal-ish.
Oh.
You know the vibes. So, yeah. Cardinals here. I'm also putting in a side bet, pink, over 51. Take that for half unit of First Inches special. It's you'll find that on the First Inches Sportsbook.
Whenever we say First and Inches bet, it usually goes south. We'll just say that for the viewer. Take that into account. We've said it like 2 times on the show. We're like First and Inches, lock in the century.
This is the First and Inches. No, it's just, we're calling it a side bet. It's nothing special. Nothing crazy.
Okay, First and Inches side bet.
So, reason I'm taking Cardinals here is I think they're starting to wake up a little bit, you know? I saw a little life in them the past few weeks that I haven't seen, like, to start the year. And I think these both, like, I think the Cardinals, yes, they're pushing for playoffs, where Seattle is kind of, I wouldn't say rebuilding, but I don't want to say they're in a playoff hunt.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I think this is a more must-win.
They're in a weird spot with Geno playing well because they probably were thinking, let's just fucking tank. But Geno's playing out of his mind, so like they probably don't want to tank necessarily.
I want to.
The NFC's not that good either.
I want to touch on how you said it might be a hard environment on the road. The Cardinals don't care. They're 10-2 against the spread in its last 12 away games, which is an insane trend.
Yeah,
I don't think there's probably a better team on the road. Like, I don't know that for a fact, but it would be tough. There may be one or two.
That is very good on the road. 10-2 against the spread in their last 12. That's a season and a half.
6-3 against the spread.
That's actually
in its last 9.
Never mind.
Hold on. 6-3 against the spread in its last 9 games against Seattle, too. So I think those two trends kind of back up, take in the Cardinals here. I think this is a letdown game for Seattle, as much as I hate it, because I'm probably going to start Geno in fantasy this week.
I am too. I'm stacking Geno and Kenny Walker in one of my leagues. I'm going to have 70 points.
Yeah,
very
or
nice.
It could be like Cardinals 40-0, just an absolute.
It's definitely
crazy.
not. I doubt it. I really doubt it. But
I mean, it's definitely going over.
This is a
51.
weird one. Yeah, I could.
We'll tell you that.
I agree with you. Let's hit the last game on the Sunday 4 p.m. slate before we get into the 2 primetime games. This is the best game of the week, easily. Don't think it's a question. Bills going into Arrowhead to play the Chiefs. Bills are 2.5-point favorites on the road. We're both on the Chiefs here. Let's just lay it out. Let's just lay it out. Talk numbers here. Mahomes has been an underdog 8 times in his career, 7-0-1 against the spread. So he's never not covered as an underdog. He's never been a home underdog, though. But and we also know the Chiefs and Bills' history, especially in the playoffs. Chiefs have always seemed to get the better of them. So I'm going to take the Chiefs here, especially with 2.5 points. You could buy that up to a field goal and feel pretty confident either way.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. I just think it's a battle. It does, like, yes, the Bills might have a more solid, balanced roster. It's Mahomes. Mahomes owns Josh Allen.
Yeah,
we've proved this over and over again.
It's been proven.
Literally,
it's science.
Josh Allen holds Patrick Mahomes' jockstrap. Like, it's bad.
Yeah, he holds his Johnson. Yeah, Chiefs easy there. I think.
I don't think it's an overthink play there. I think you just take Chiefs with points. That's a 3.
Yeah,
I'll be happy with.
It's going to be a close game.
Push.
I'm so excited to watch this game. Honestly, it's going to be so fun. Now on to the Sunday night football game. Yeah. Can you sing the Sunday night song? Can you sing it?
No.
I sang it last episode, I think.
I don't know.
You do it.
So Sunday night football.
You do. No, you're lying. You do.
Cowboys at Eagles
I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Yeah, shut up. You know the words.
Cowboys and the Eagles are going to fight.
Yeah, I don't know the words. Shut up. Yeah. Cowboys and the Eagles in a primetime showdown. Yeah, something like that. There we go.
And it's like, let me think.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is going to run a touchdown.
Yeah. All right, it's the night. Yeah, there we go. We hit a couple notes for the listeners.
Let's just put it out there. Breaking news. This is the second mitzvah play of the year.
Number 2. The number 2 mitzvah play.
The same team.
You spun the dreidel and it landed on the same team.
And the funniest thing is, if I had to order all the teams from
Jewish to anti-Semitic, Cowboys are probably the most anti-Semitic.
Yeah, 100%. Jerry Jones is definitely super anti-Semitic. There's no doubt in my mind.
I'm taking Cowboys +6 here. Dallas.
For legality, Jerry Jones, we don't think you're actually anti-Semitic.
Yes, and I'm Jewish.
I do not, yeah.
And
we
I'm
love you,
Jewish,
Jerry
so
Jones. No, we don't. I don't love you at all, Jerry Jones.
No. You stop injecting yourself with silicone.
Yeah.
You look like a doll.
That dude definitely just shoots himself up with, like, amphetamines and fucking horse steroids just to get out of bed.
Like, how do you enjoy football at that point? Just go hang out with your family.
Yeah, he's really slowly starting to look like more of a corpse the last few years. It's getting really bad. He's at Al Davis stage at the end of his life.
Dude,
it's true.
That's offensive to Al Davis.
Yeah, Al Davis is so much cooler than Jerry Jones ever was.
Dude, Jerry Jones is going to be getting carted out there in his coffin. Just be like... You know what I'm saying? Like, Cowboys owner in attendance tonight.
Yeah, it's probably at Jerry Jones's will that he's in the box in his coffin.
Yeah, I'm taking Cowboys +6.
That's horrible. Sorry, Jerry. Sorry, the Jones family.
We didn't mean to disrespect you like that, Mr.
Yeah,
and
I'm
Mrs.
sorry.
Jones.
We love you.
We'd love to have a great dinner with you. Come over for Thanksgiving. We'd love it.
I would gladly go to dinner with Jerry Jones, even though I'd probably say something that would make him kick me out within 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you had a few brewies in you, you'd end up sinning.
I'm like, excuse me, Mr. Jones, you mind if I put in a wintergreen 6 milligram right now?
You want one?
Yeah, good buzz.
And he's like, nah, I just drink oil. Yeah. All right, let me actually say why I'm taking Cowboys here for the 7th time. Dallas is 7-2 straight up in its last 9 games against Philadelphia. I know this year's Philly is a great team, but they've had great teams in the past, and so is Dallas. And this is a pretty tough Dallas offensive team, in my opinion. But their defense is, if not number 1, 2 in the league. I think that I feel like people are going to be slamming the Eagles. I really don't know. I didn't check at the report, but if public's on Eagles, I love this even more.
I believe it kind of was. We're recording this on Wednesday.
Yeah, so it's too early.
We should have led with that all these lines are from Wednesday, so they're definitely. I'm sure some of these will shift a point or so. But what we're saying on the show is what we have from Action Network right now. Let's see what it says. Real quick.
All right, while you're looking for that,
it looks like Public's kind of on Dallas, but it's so early. It doesn't
even matter. Yeah. Dallas is 14-3 against the spread in its last 17 games against the NFC, which again backs both these two trends together. All right, in the last 5 years, you want to hear another divisional dog trend? I know you love divisional dog trends.
I do love divisional dogs.
Divisional dogs are 30-53 when like plus
30,
6 in the
34,
last 5
53,
years.
34, 50, like 30 and 23 or 30 and 53.
30
That's
out of
bad.
53. Yeah.
So 30 and 23.
Yes. You know what I'm.
Yes.
I misread that for a second.
Just want to clarify that for the listeners. We're giving them trends. Listen, home underdogs 27 and 52 against the spread. Take them.
No, they've won 30 out of 53 matchups.
30 and 23.
They've covered the 6.
When it's exactly 6?
Yes, exactly 6. And it's a mitzvah play. I mean, listen.
Yeah.
Moses is looking up on us. It's the Sabbath. Sunday, you know. Dallas.
I'm taking Dallas too. How can I fade? I can't fade the mitzvah play. It's impossible. I can't.
You're putting on your yarmulke for this play, man.
Good.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. You got an extra? Dude.
I'm wearing 5.
Yeah, dude, if this hit, I would wear 6 yarmulkes if you hit this, for sure. I can't fade the mitzvah play. I do kind of like the Cowboys here anyway. Eagles have kind of squeaked out their last couple games. I feel like just from watching them somewhat passively as like a Giant fan, obviously I follow the teams of the division. I feel like a lot of the games, they kind of slow down in the second half, take their foot off the gas, and I feel like that's going to bite them in the ass a couple times this year. And especially with Dallas' defense, I kind of like Dallas here. I'm obviously going to ride divisional underdogs too. And yeah, I think +6 is you got to take that in a division game most of the time, honestly.
Cowboys also hand Eagles their first loss of the year coming here first.
I would love that. I would very much enjoy that. And then the last game of the week, Monday Night Football, everyone's favorite. I can't believe they're putting this team on primetime again. The Broncos are going...
It's so funny, dude. They must have booked them for at least 75 primetime games.
They've been
I've
on
seen
prime.
them.
I think this is the fourth time they've been on primetime this year. Yeah, it's insane.
It's week
It's
5
hard.
or 6.
It's 6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broncos going to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. Chargers 5.5-point favorites at home. We're both on the Broncos here. We've agreed on both of the primetime games last week and this
And we've
week.
got them both wrong.
Yeah, we were 0 for 2 last week. We were both on the Ravens and the Chiefs. But
They were hanging those over like pieces of candy. I'm not even kidding.
It was like an ice cream truck, but for bets. Mr. Bet Parlay, not Mr. Softy.
Yeah, I was like a lost kid, and then Vegas came up to me and was like, "We have Baltimore -3."
Yeah, they pulled up to you in a van with soundproofed on the inside.
Chiefs
Like-
-7. Chiefs at -7. You know how bad Mahomes plays against the Raiders, huh?
Yeah.
You
You play so good against the Raiders. You play so good.
No, that yeah.
Yeah, but we're both taking the
We
Broncos
gotta end
here.
this, man. I'm
Yeah,
starting to lose my mind.
yeah. We recorded 2 episodes. I'm starting to go a little crazy, but another divisional dog. Woof woof. The Broncos have looked gross this year. Every game is close though. They
I
have a
love
defense.
fading Midbert.
I do too. Even though they're 4-1 against the spread this year, this will
He's such
probably
a-
backfire.
He's such a he's literally a low life.
Nah, he's so mid.
Dude, do you know what he does? I bet you. Do you know what he does? I bet
think
you
we're,
he does
we're
like
the
that
only
bottle
sports
collection.
program that we're the only sports
know-
program that says Justin Herbert is mid.
You
I
know
think
what
we're
I'm
the only
saying?
ones with that take. What do you
Oh,
say?
yeah. Like I could see him at like Stop and Shop, like exchanging bottles for like 5 cents in a few years.
Yes. In a few
Homeless.
years, no, he's loaded. What do you? How do you think Justin Herbert become homeless? You think he's buying like chains and cars?
No. I think it's going to be some sort of embezzlement scheme where he's going to be
involved
like,
with like a Bernie Madoff situation. Doing
yeah,
a
no,
Ponzi?
he's gonna, or I think he might be sending money to offshore accounts to then launder in like through like the guns through like the army or something.
He's trying to get
maybe-
tax breaks in Tahiti or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you know he's starting his own militia, right?
Where do you hear that? I can tell this is going to go completely off the rails. Where
Thank
are
you
the
for
San
watching,
Diego
people.
Times? No. Where are the San Diego Times? You see this?
It was like October 5th.
Okay. What was the name of the militia?
It was like bolts against the U.S. Army, and he's taking him and the Chargers fans out of the country to Malaysia.
So him and
And they're
15
just-
people are going to Malaysia?
Yeah. And do you know what they're going to do? They're going to smoke very sus water pipes with the locals and then
Yeah,
get right
that-
back on the plane.
Yeah, they have some crazy hallucinogens in them or something. Some local... Have you ever seen that thing on Vice? It's like the wild honey. I forget. I think it's in... Oh, it's in Nepal.
Yeah, those dudes climbing the mountain,
it's
scaling.
like, yeah, people die on this weekly, but we're doing it to get the honey. It's like, oh my god.
It's like, all we got to do is text the plug for some some pot. We don't got to climb no trees.
I gotta text some guy in a weird beanie. Let's end this episode. This is
They have to
getting off the
climb Mount
rails.
Everest to get a little smacked. We're like, oh, I got to press a few buttons. Drive my car.
Let's end this episode. This got off the rails
Yeah.
quick. Double Broncos, divisional dogs. So thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe. Hit all those
Please
buttons down below. We love all of
Enjoy
you.
this weekend of
Twitter,
football.
TikTok. Yes, please enjoy this weekend of football. I think we're going to put this out Thursday, so
Yeah.
it's in time for the Thursday night games. Thank you guys for listening. We love all of you.
First Ninja Sports Pod on TikTok. Thank you. Good night.
And Twitter. Good night.
And Twitter.
We love all of you.
We love you.
Peace.
We love you.